Hi there, and thanks for checking my video out. My name is Eeshi-Ra Hart, and I am super excited to share with you something called Shift It, which is now available to you if you are looking to transform your life. And it's all about creating positive change using sound and consciousness. And it's really about enabling us to open fully to receive it. Receive all the bounty that is here for us. Receive the dreams that we have been waiting for. When we can see it, we can feel it, and then we can be it. So this is a little intro into what this course is all about. Do you need a shift in your life? Do you feel perhaps you've got stuff to clear and you've got patterns to break, things to let go of, and they're weighing you down and holding you back? Maybe you've tried loads of things, but they don't seem to work. How many programs have you done, or how many programs out there claim that a zillion affirmations a day are really going to work? But if deep down you really don't believe in that, are they really going to cut it? Are you tired perhaps of paying money for things which feel good at the time, but they don't last? Are you fed up of going back to someone to fix you, and actually you'd really prefer just to fix yourself? Are you ready to face your limiting thoughts and fears? Are you ready to shift into a brand new you? Well, this is for you. This is for you if you like to think outside the box and you love using sound healing for personal transformation. This is also for you if you've had enough of living a fearful, stressful, disempowered and limited life. I certainly feel right now we have a massive opportunity to transform and really take the power back in our lives. If you're curious perhaps to step beyond what you know and ready to shift into a whole other way of being, this is also for you. Maybe you want to get out of your mind and embody more fully, really deeply feel into your body and be there. Experience life in a whole new way. Maybe you want to let go of the past and step fully free into present time. Maybe you're ready to become the change that you'd love to see on this planet and assist others more deeply in also shifting across the world. And this is also for you if you're a spiritual seeker and you want to have a catalyst, a way of catalyzing your consciousness to fast track your evolution and awakening by attuning fully to your divine self and your I am presence. So who am I? Well, my name's Eeshi-Ra, and I'm a sound healing practitioner. I'm a singer, I'm a workshop facilitator, speaker, a visionary, a ceremonialist. I love doing planetary light work, and I'm also a vocal coach. I'm so passionate about sound because I absolutely believe it's one of the most powerful tools we have available to us, and I've been singing since a kid. I started off as a jazz singer, and I've done most musical genres, going into opera, going into pop, going into world, tribal, acoustic, hip hop, you name it. And I've also been a ceremonial dancer in the club since the early 90s, which was all about transforming the energy in the club so that everyone had a really uplifted experience there. I've been working with sound healing frequency for almost 20 years. And I went organic and vegetarian in 91. and then vegan in 1996, and I started using non-chemical, only natural products. And since then, over the years, I have detoxed my body with liver flushes, with colon cleanses, with parasite detox, and many others. You name it. And what I really believe in is that sound is such a powerful catalyst for change, because it can reach into parts of the body that other modalities simply cannot reach. I trained in sound healing, body work, breath work, and trauma release, and trained with many of the world's top experts. And I've been using the voice as a tool for myself personally for over 35 years. Using it to clear, to energize, to shift your state, and also to empower clients to actually heal their physical body. And by using my voice, it has really enabled me to transform myself and live the life I choose. I feel happier, more empowered, healthy, more energized, fully expressive, and feel free to be me. This course enables you to benefit from 35 years of my experience, and it shows you exactly how to transform your life. So let's look at something called the law of attraction. And many of you may be familiar with this. You may have seen The Secret, and you may know of Abraham Hicks. And this is all about shifting or raising your vibration. But how do we actually do that? Is positive thinking enough? A lot of these practices are done simply through the mind. And I want you to think about this. We may resonate with an idea mentally. For example, I'm lovable. But if we don't really believe it, we can't actually resonate with that idea physically, because our cells aren't attuned to that thought energetically. So we can't actually feel that it's true for us, because we're not agreeing with it. We're not able to. So we can't be fully tuned into it, and we can't embody it. So can we really manifest it as true in our lives? Is there another way of how we can actually really embody it, so it's a permanent shift for us? How can we manifest and receive back to us powerful mirrors that reflect the truth of who we really are, beyond all the illusion? How can we break free of this illusion that many of us are still struggling to free ourselves from? So I want you to think about everything being vibration, whether we are talking about the physical body vibrating at different frequencies, the organs vibrate at different frequencies, the brain vibrates at different frequencies, muscles, bones, all the different physical structures all have their own frequency. And everything outside us is also vibrating at different frequencies too. And these frequencies are either beneficial for us, for the mind, for the body. We're thinking harmonious and peaceful thoughts, which create beautiful feelings, and we tune into the natural vibrations of the earth and nature. Or they're harmful. For example, electricity, computers, cell phones, Wi-Fi, smart meters, decked cordless phones, and the list goes on. And if we think about emotion, emotion, energy, in motion, thought plus emotion actually creates results. And you may have already been using this in your life as a way of manifesting what you want. And if we think about a negative thought, a fear, and then we combine it with an emotion, that will create a reality, e.g. a car accident. Two similar realities collide. One person doesn't feel safe to be in their body, and another person doesn't feel safe to be in their body. They're both fearful of driving. So they perfectly match and create that reality. And Abraham Hicks talks about this. He says, we are co-creating our reality all the time. There are no exceptions. And we may think, how can that be true? Because I'm manifesting things I don't want. Well, the reason we're manifesting them is because we are continually focused on them in our mind. Because the language of the universe is vibration. It doesn't speak in English. It speaks in frequency. And if we keep on believing the same thought or have the same fear, we're filling our mind, our body, our whole energy field. And it's always going to be vibrating out, constantly sending out a message if we don't transform it. Fear can be such a strong magnet because what we focus on expands. And many of us may have a love-hate relationship with ourselves. It's easy to get stuck in that loop, isn't it? Of fear, worry, thinking about things, fear, worry, negativity, to dig our own pit and get lost in that loop. But if we face them and transform them, the fear ceases to vibrate. It ceases to exist. And it cannot manifest. Because fear is not our natural state. But obviously, we need to give it some attention. So if we focus on its opposite and amplify that, we can manifest the exact opposite and co-create a far more positive, loving reality and life for ourselves. And I absolutely believe at this time we are moving from victim to co-creator. We are moving from that way of feeling everything is doing it to us. I have no control over my life. I can't choose, to co-creator. I can choose to be more loving with myself. I can empower myself. I can stand up for my human rights. And I love this quote. This is from the Sufi mystic Hazrat Inayat Khan, and he wrote a book called The Mysticism of Sound and Music at the turn of last century. That's in the early 1900s. And he says, there are two aspects of life. The first is that man is tuned by his surroundings. And the second is that man can tune himself in spite of his surroundings. The latter is the work of the mystic. And I tag onto that and the sonic explorer, because we can, when we use sound and when we use certain ways of focusing, we can absolutely tune ourselves no matter what. And now is the time to empower ourselves back to the truth of everything that we are. And I want you to think about tuning a guitar. We are like a guitar. When we feel out of balance, it's a bit like an out of tune guitar. You've got that loose, twanging, discordant string. We're literally out of tune with ourselves. We don't vibrate harmoniously because we don't feel harmonious. But we can harmonize like a perfectly sounding, harmonious tuning fork. We are actually a melodious instrument of the divine. And practice makes perfect. It's all about fake it till you make it. Even if you have doubts in your mind, we just throw them out. So how is it possible? Would you like to learn a tool that is easy to learn, that makes you feel really empowered, and it transforms all lies into truths, all the negative into the positive? It uplifts and energizes you, helps you break free of all those old ways of being, all those limitations. Would you like to reinvent yourself and transform at a cellular level so you absolutely feel that it's true for you? Would you like to manifest your dream life? So what if I told you that this tool is free to use? That you don't need to actually pay anyone anymore for any sessions. You don't need to carry it around with you either. It's available to you for your entire life. You can use it anytime you like, wherever you are, and it's actually been with you since birth. It can help you overcome your fears, your doubts, blocks, negative thinking, inhibitions, issues, as soon as you're ready. All you need to do is to learn how to use it. And actually, kids, they use it all the time. But the adults, we just forgot about it. If you think about a child, children absolutely know how to navigate their body, navigate their feelings, navigate pain in their body, and shift their state as quickly as they like. So think about a child when it bangs its knee. What does it do? It has a natural instinct to release that pain immediately. And it does that with a loud sound. Ah! It's choosing a wide throat, a wide mouth, and it's using a loud sound because it just instinctively wants to move that energy immediately and strongly. And once they've cleared it, they're back playing with their friends, back in the moment. And what's beautiful about that is no energy from that experience gets stuck in their body. But adults, we have really learned to suppress that natural instinct to express in the moment for a variety of reasons. We've learned to suppress our feelings and emotions. We've learned to be polite, not disturb others, not worry the neighbours. And the Shift It method is all about reclaiming this innate body wisdom, which enables us to reset and more deeply connect with our divine child and our intuition, our inner teacher. And if we think about it, the voice is the oldest and most accessible natural sound instrument we possess. We all have one. It's available to us 24/7. And consciously sounding with our voice enables us to tune in moment by moment. We can change moment by moment. The body may guide us to change here and then change again, shift pitch, shift sound. We can be intimately linked to the guidance from within our body. And it helps show us exactly what's going on a conscious and a subconscious level when we are free enough with our voice. So I want you to throw out the idea of singing. This is not a singing workshop, and it's not about learning mantra or needing to sound pretty, anything like that. And beginners are so very welcome. It's sounding whenever we want, with no extra external tools needed. It's an inside job. When we develop our ability to listen to the body, we can tune in more deeply. And when we fully focus, we can perceive differently too. We can really feel into the body. So when we tune in with ourselves, we become more in tune with the earth, with others, and the whole universe. And it's all about coming back to nature, coming back to our nature, coming back to the body. We're going to use different sounds, different body areas and movement to move energy. We're going to dive really deep into the body and skip our stories because they are really a way of keeping us stuck in the loop in our mind. So this is all about coming into the body and tuning in from that place. So what's the goal? The goal is to get out of the mind. It's to get into the body and embody. When we move beyond the mind, we can fully create the space to bring in our divine self, our full spiritual potential. And this is my focus for this course. And by doing this, we're enabling ourselves to shift our state and come fully back into present time. We're going to tune into our natural state, our natural rhythms. We do actually have the capacity to be naturally ecstatic all the time. And the mind actually can be such a vice which holds everything tightly in place and stops us from fully expanding into the light and love that is here always. So our voices are such a beautiful bridge. They're such a powerful catalyst when we use them consciously and finding a beautiful free way of letting them be this positive feedback loop of showing us, where am I resonating with this truth? Where am I resonating with this negativity? It immediately shows us. So this is one way of permanently awakening and really bridging through you heaven to earth. It's about getting into our body, getting back to earth. It's about spending more time in nature. And it's beautiful to have bare feet instead of unnatural footwear like plastic flip-flops. Get more exercise, be less sedentary. We're all sitting down too much. And using technology, Wi-Fi, mobiles, computers, affecting our sleep and our ability to be grounded. When we ground, we shift out of the mind into our bodies and back into that natural state of inner connection. And fear can no longer exist in that place. And what is the opposite of fear? It's love. So the more we focus on love, the more we focus on gratitude, the more we can fully step into the truth of who we really are. The more at one we can feel atonement, at one-ment, unifying. And the more we find that inner connection, the more we can really find wholeness, the more we can create wholeness in our body, in our lives. And it's been scientifically proven as well. So this is about getting out of the mind. Most energy practices, if you think about it, focus only with mind. Do they really work? Do they last? Might feel good at the time, but maybe they're just a temporary fix. Is there perhaps a deeper way? Can we create a permanent result? That's what I'm really interested in, creating a permanent result where I have shifted into my natural, divine, ecstatic state. Well, if we look at the research of Heart Math Institute, they've done some fascinating work looking at the heart. Research has shown that the heart is actually the most powerful source of electromagnetic energy in the body. And the heart's electrical field is 60 times greater than the brain. And the heart's magnetic field is 100 times greater than the brain. This field actually reaches not only into every cell in our body, but it extends out into our energy field as well. And we know thought plus emotion creates result. So this can really power up our manifestation, magnetizing whatever we focus on and manifesting our heart's desires. Maybe that's why there is that term, manifesting our heart's desires and not our mind's desires. It's hidden there for us to grab with both hands if we're ready. And what's fascinating is this heart math research is a beautiful way of science actually revealing a lost form of prayer. And if we think about it, why doesn't asking for what we want sometimes work? Are we asking in the right way? Most of us only ask with our mind and not with our heart, or through our body, or even the voice. And yet what happens when we use our voice in the language that the field, that's the universal field, recognizes, we can truly manifest, because we are fully shifting vibration, and the more we do it, the more it can be a permanent truth for us. And in the world today, many teachers, many authors, they keep the real secrets for themselves. They'll put out books, but they won't give you all of the information. They won't share with you everything. And they've been doing that for millennia. So coming back to this hidden form of prayer, this has actually been hidden for millennia, and it was only recently discovered in 1945. It explains manifestation, consciousness, and oneness. The Shift It method actually shares this ancient wisdom so you can shift it on the spot whenever you need. And I'm using specific sound healing frequencies to clear, reset, and ground. And these frequencies have been used with amazing success in the last 20 years, in all my workshops and also in my sessions. And how has Shift It worked for me? Well, when I was developing this course, I went to visit a friend and I was super excited, and I just said, I want to share this with you and I want to see if you get some great results. And we were there, I was showing her the process and she was going for it and I was going for it, and we were focusing on money. We were looking at how can we expand our energy, how can we really amplify our vibration, and how can we shift out of the mind, really step into that positive vibration. And we did it maybe for an hour or two, and I left her house and I was feeling so uplifted, and I was feeling very, very high vibration and very excited and very joyful, and so happy to have shared these insights with her. And what was interesting was I actually had a call scheduled after my meeting with her. And as a result of that call, I made the single biggest sale on my website I have ever made. And I was blown away. Here I was sharing the practices with her and really encouraging her to amplify her vibration, uplift her vibration. Although I was helping her, I wasn't really focused so much on my own process, but in the process, I clearly was opening and shifting my energy too. And I absolutely feel this website sale, the single biggest I've ever made, was a direct result of sharing this practice with her. So what is up for you in your life right now? What's a very challenging thought or fear that's limiting you in your life right now? And you're really ready to break free from it. Maybe it's about money, maybe it's about love, love for yourself from others, self-love, judgment of yourself, criticizing that, your own inside critic. Or maybe it's about your body, your physical health, your immunity. Or maybe it's about your mind, negative mind chatter going on and on and on, stuck in a loop. Or maybe it's really about your spirituality and your personal freedom and freedom of speech and your beliefs. Maybe you've got a fear of death or powerlessness, and feeling powerless about this domination and control by external authorities, which is trying to roll out right now from government, police, militaries, different entities, other dimensions, and other times perhaps. And what I'm going to encourage you to do for this course is to write in a journal the negative thought or fear I have about money or body image or freedom is, so you can start to put down on paper what is going on inside you. And then we're going to dig deeper. The reason I think that is because, so what's beneath that? The reason I think that is, and the reason I think that thought, and then the reason I think that thought. So you're coming down to that core limiting belief. And this is something that we have done in rebirthing when I was training in the early 90s. And it's a very powerful technique because you really start to nail it down and see what it is that is limiting you. You get to the root of that program. So for example, there's not enough money for me because I'm not worthy, because I'm not lovable, because no one really cares about me, which reveals the core belief that I'm all alone and separate. So by dissecting the inner program, we can really start to zoom in on what it is that is needing to be transformed. And if we think about our natural state, love is who we are. So as I said, I've trained as a rebirth in the 90s. We addressed all our core limiting, life diminishing thoughts. Bottom line, thoughts is another way of describing it, or beliefs. And we turned them around to the truth of who we are. So I'm not lovable to I'm loved in every moment. And this is obviously affirmations. Many of us are going to be familiar with that. So depression can be absolutely transformed when we face these thoughts and change that conversation. And when we combine it with the breath, what we're doing is we're rewriting any programs held at the cellular level. And then we can manifest a far more loving reality. When we combine it with the voice and specific sound healing frequencies and movement, we can actually amplify this way of reclaiming our truth far more powerfully. And focused in the right way, we can fully manifest everything we've dreamed of. And to be clear, I'm not using rebirthing techniques in this course, but I am using the conscious use of breath. So each breath is a choice. Each breath is a yes to me, to my freedom, to my sovereignty, and to transforming my life. It's all about stepping beyond the mind, step free into present time. And when we do that, stress just melts away. Our muscles relax. We come into a more loving way of being. And flow, that ability to flow in our lives, becomes our baseline. We have more appreciation for ourselves, more appreciation for others, and all life on the earth. We connect more deeply with our true spiritual nature. And we have a deeper sense of unity and community with all humans as one global family. And from that place, we can make more loving and harmonious choices. And in this way, we can create a more peaceful and harmonious way of living. Would you like to create that for yourself? And I also want to include here a little bit about nutritional support, because we are what we eat. We all know that saying. And what's super important about this is if we don't get the right nutrition, our body actually can't produce the right brain chemicals. So it's no wonder that many of us are challenged today. And we don't even realize that we're even deficient. And this deficiency causes cravings of sugar, caffeine, tobacco, alcohol, marijuana, ecstasy, chocolate, aspartame, and the list goes on. And actually what happens with that is it produces dysfunctional behavior, e.g. OCD, depression, low energy levels, lack of focus, ADD, nervousness, tension, anger, different things like that. And so we can't actually activate our feel-good factors. We can't feel good in our daily lives. It's no wonder a lot of us don't feel we have that extra ceiling room to do any personal transformation at all. And interestingly, what they have also found through voice analysis research is a certain hertz frequency is actually found missing in our voice when we eat certain foods. So when we make that simple change to our diets, and it is pretty simple, there can be a very clear behavioral shift. So I'd love to share that with you, and it's one of the freebies on the course. So what you're going to learn in this 10-step method is how to identify and access any negative belief held in your subconscious that is running the show in your conscious waking life. How to locate, feel, and witness this vibration in your body. how to clear any self-sabotage and spiritual contracts to open ever more widely to receive what you truly desire, how to clear all unloving vibrations inside yourself and in your energy field, how to move from suppression and repression to full freedom of your self-expression, how to clear unloving vibrations, powers and authorities outside yourself, how to move past any lack of trust and deepen into your feeling of sovereignty, how to use the power of the breath, sound healing frequencies, specific vocal sounds and practices combined with movement to transform any negative vibration in just minutes. Beginners are so very welcome because no singing is required. How to use the power of intention, focus and sacred geometry or symbols to fully achieve as many breakthroughs as you like. How to use the power of high frequency light to release old patterns easily and quickly. How to raise your vibration even higher with visualization and embodiment practices so every cell in your body literally resonates with the highest positive reality you'd like to create. How to co-create a brand new reality and live the life you've really dreamed of living. And how to amplify the power of this process by directing your consciousness beyond the mind, way beyond the mind. And how to change your environment so you can maintain this positive shift in reality. How to change your environment so you can maintain this positive shift in reality on a permanent basis. How to claim and embody yourself as a powerful frequency shifter and divine manifester. And once you've mastered all these techniques, then you can apply it to any other negative thoughts that are challenging you and reclaim the truth of who you really are. So the course includes over 7 hours of videos, and this is slideshow with the 4-step Shift It method, and over 45 different sonic and energy clearing practices for shifting your consciousness, activating your heart, lifting your spirit, empowering your soul, and raising your vibration so you can truly embody your fully awake, divine, loving, naturally ecstatic sovereign self and I am presence. With this course, you will also get a whole bunch of freebies. First freebie is Frequency 1, Sound Healing Crystal Bowl, and this is for emotional clearing and embodiment, £20 value. Frequency 2, Sound Healing Crystal Bowl, and this is for energizing with light and love, £20 value. And 2 extra sound healing audios, and these are working with tuning forks. The first one is the Unity codes and the second is earthing, and these are all for rebalancing, clearing, uplifting, energizing, harmonizing, awakening and coming back to earth. And this is really helpful at this time because it's really helping clear out that old paradigm of fearful way of life. And if you also use technology a lot, it's very helpful for clearing out the impact of working with devices. And these 2 audios, £30 value. The free PDF of High Vibe Your Life, packed with tips and ways in which you can feel fabulous every day and maximize your energy, £10 value. A free PDF of that nutritional guidance that I mentioned, which can make cravings, addictive behavior, depression and unloving behavior a thing of the past, a £10 value. And free Wi-Fi and technology tips, which is all about learning how to reduce your impact from electromagnetic radiation from devices. And this is ever more important when we look at the effects of 5G. And this, for me, is one of the most priceless things I can offer you right now. So the total value of all those freebies is £90. And the value of this course, well, it's a very humble £99. And I am offering a special launch special with 50% off. And all you need to do is input the coupon code SHIFTITLOVE at the point of checkout, and this is going to be valid until the 6th of June. So come and learn how to tune yourself like you're a radio station, tuning into a whole new frequency, and shift your life to a whole other level. Shift it and live it, and set yourself free. And before I go, here are a few clients sharing their experience of working with me.
Hi, my name's Laura McCorkey. I recently did some training with Eeshi-Ra, and I'm doing a testimonial for this beautiful woman because I believe intently in what she does. She empowered me basically. She gave me the remembrance that I am my own greatest healer, and showed me how to use sound coupled with intention and directed focus to heal myself. It basically, within that hour session, she showed me how to release that blockage, and it was profound. It was amazing. I experienced such a beautiful flow of energy, and also the things that changed thereafter were massive for me, quite profound.
Hello, my name's Tess, and I'm here at a Body Sonics workshop with Eeshi-Ra. And there's a little quote which comes to mind for me, which is really sort of explains my experience I'm having this weekend, which is that music calms the savage beast. And the power of sound, how that can shift energies not just within ourselves but within others. And just really owning that power that we have with the voice it feels really, really powerful for me to know that I can actually use my voice not only for myself but for others. So it's just very, very empowering. Yeah, through this weekend I've realised that by having this deeper connection with myself and my true authenticity, how can I actually really just bring more of myself to the world. And that's not just around sound, but it's about how I am in the world, and how I stand in the world and how much space I take up in the world or not. And I've really just got a deeper connection to that authenticity through the workshop this weekend.
It was so beneficial. It was actually life-changing, big turning point in my relationship. I benefited from beginning to end. Shira led the workshop beautifully in a really beautiful open space, and the way that she explained things just so well, and it was really informative, and everyone was really, really relaxed and able to fully open and express freely exactly where they were at. And the way that each exercise and the way the whole day ran one into the other was beautifully done and perfectly structured to really open up and to share. And then the exercises that we did was just even the simple exercises were really profound, and the changes for me personally, it cleared up so much.
Was amazing. I don't know if you can see the energy in my hands and what's happening around me, but I'm different. I feel more whole. I feel light. I feel completely loved and physically vital. I've had things, I've just dropped the baggage. Poof, it's gone. It's an incredible experience. I highly recommend her as a facilitator of healing to anyone and everyone.
There was something powerful about being brought into the situation that I was talking about, and not use my words, but to just embody the sound that I hadn't expressed yet. So it was good to just feel the sound from different parts of my body, and to just feel like that there was a piece, almost like a primal piece that I hadn't quite fully expressed in relationship to what happened. So I think something got settled because of this experience inside of me in regards to that memory of what had happened. Then I also remember the sound healing tools that she was using. They were all like helping me feeling my body more. Like I could feel the resonance in my body, which helped me to stay attuned to sound and to movement and to the sound that wanted to come through me. So again, this kind of furthered my, oh yeah, I just want to flow with this. I don't need to figure it out, or I don't need to restructure the way I think of it. It's more like I'm just going to honor it as a gift to me and let it touch me in the way it does and flow with it. So creating some more freedom. So yeah, I'm excited for you if you're considering working with her, what you're going to experience.
Hi, my name's Nikki. I've known Eeshi-Ra for many years now, and last year I did her Body Sonics workshop, which was profoundly moving. I do feel revitalized, I feel more vibrant now more than ever before. My vitality is lighter and definitely more unified and focused. I love Eeshi-Ra's passion for this healing modality. It is totally infectious, full of well-researched and high information on healing sound. And she's just a great teacher. Her willingness to profound her understanding of sound is so generous and truly the mark of someone walking their talk. She has taken her frequency work to a whole new level, which is quite simply captivating. And I thoroughly recommend her sessions or her workshops. It's brilliant.
Hi, my name is Elaine. I've just had a saxonic session with Eeshi-Ra. I feel so, what's the word, expansive, so deeply blissed out, and I just want to say that I've thoroughly enjoyed my sessions with Eeshi-Ra. Eeshi-Ra is a great facilitator to work with. She is so loving and guiding, and you just feel so totally safe with her, reassured by her presence, comforted, making that deep connection through the movements and the sounds that were coming out of me, and these surprised me as well. She's an amazing woman to work with. So it's given me permission to really listen to this part of myself and to express myself, and for me to realize that I am a fully sexual being and that I should honor myself in this way. And so I feel that the work that Eeshi-Ra is doing is really, really essential. And I fully give my support to her and her saxonic sessions.
It was not just relaxing, it's really helped me with my injury, because now I don't have pain anymore in my leg and in my lower back. It's really amazing, it's really helped. It's a beautiful healing session. It's not just relaxing, it's not just the music, it's powerful medicine.
Hi, my name's Rebecca, and I'm in a terrible place in my life, and all of a sudden I was drawn to this workshop, and I felt absolutely like something on a stick this morning, full of tension and disempowered, and very sad. And now I've finished the day, and I feel like I've made so much space within myself that I can just move forward. It was like an answered prayer. Thank you.
Hi, my name's Chad. I've been doing some body sonic sessions with Eeshi-Ra, and very privileged to be able to share some of my feedback today. We worked on certain areas. One was my lower back. I fell through a roof when I was doing carpentry work in Australia, and caused some injury to my lower back there. And interesting session. We kind of really dropped into that, and again, it was letting that part of my body speak, which I'd never done before. And let it say what it had to say almost. And 2 months later, I'm right now where we're filming is at the yoga barn. I'm halfway through yoga teacher training, something I wouldn't have done before that. So, whilst I can't say this is what absolutely caused it, all these shifts has happened since, so I'm really happy to be able to yeah, share this with anyone else interested in this and willing to explore, you know, drop into their body and see what it has to say. Overall sense of, I guess, well-being and happiness probably should be mentioned. That's a nice touch.
And to have her guide me so lovingly and so thoroughly on how to be my own healer and how to do my own psychic surgery, basically, was just such a beautiful gift. Yeah, such a profound shift I had. So being trained on how to use specific sounds at specific frequencies and to send them into areas in your body and to shift them, just to have that knowledge now is just amazing. I don't need to put any power outside of myself to heal myself anymore. I know how to do it, and Eeshi-Ra has shown me, and it's just such a massive gift. It was just priceless. Yeah, she's just a wealth of knowledge, this woman, and a phenomenal healer and just a beautiful soul. So if you're thinking about doing some training with this amazing soul, I totally recommend it. I feel completely empowered. As I said, I've had a lot of shifts, a lot of blockages. I can proudly say that there's nothing in my body that's blocked anymore. And if anything was to crop up, I understand exactly how to deal with it, how to guide my intention using sound and my breath and my thought processes into healing myself. So do yourself a favour and give yourself the gift of health and well-being and support this amazing woman. She's a real angel. Thank you, Eeshi-Ra.
So I really trust that you will feel inspired to come on a journey with me. Come and empower yourself with easy to learn practices. Use whenever you need. Dig deep and move beyond all those old life diminishing ways of being. And beginners, as I mentioned, are so very welcome. As long as you can speak, you can sound and shift it. Step into a brand new reality. Are you ready to put a line in the sand and step into that new life? Why not sign up with a friend and support each other so you can both birth your dreams together? Come on a journey with me and learn how to shift it. Jump in here, eeshirahart.net/courses/shift-it. It's available now. I so look forward to welcoming you there.